Okay, bro, you were talking about if you were to be Gareth Southgate.
Yeah.
If you win this Euros,
I'll just resign because
just resign.
Even before the tournament, there's been a lot of backlash.
So,
and,
do you think Gareth Southgate is still the best coach for England?
Ever since they've won their first World Cup,
1967,
he's been their best ever.
Back-to-back Euros final.
Best ever.
So, you think he's been the best ever? So, bro, you think even if he doesn't win this tournament,
and
even if he doesn't win this tournament, do you think he should be retained still as the head coach of the English national team?
Yeah.
So far.
You don't have any better English coach to handle the national team.
Who's that candidate that will stand face to face to say that, hey, give me this job, I might do what Southgate has done.
Okay, he wanted to say something, bro. Can you just let it out?
And moreover, I feel like he has been their best ever because the current players they are having right now, they aren't that experienced like the Paul Scholes, then Steve Gerrard,
Frank Lampard.
But you see the kind of
Campbell
heights he's been, So I think he's been exceptionally.
Him being Andrew's talking about him resigning for early. Why should I resign? Am I resigning to shame fans or I'm working for money?
Not to shame fans.
I'm working for money. I will never resign
sometimes,
in any form or
sometimes
in any stage.
In our local adage, we have something we call where you can say time abrona so no also office stage.
No.
I wouldn't get to office stage at any point in my life.
Right now, I feel like after this use, there won't be any motivation or the player side.
Let me tell you.
You know, that's the time when they walk up.
1967.
Oh, it's been ages.
Exactly. So after winning the Euros,
I
he has
wouldn't
another target
resign
in the
for
World Cup.
anything.
You are a fact. You are a fact.
Listen.
But I mean, for me, my pride and my ego.
Listen. I want to talk to you about something. What's more enjoyable than working for a club side that doesn't play regular football, like a world side that doesn't play regular football like a club side, and you are taking, let's say, 9 or 10 million a year? They would play only 6 months out of that 12 months being aligned in a year. It's one of the sweetest jobs, and you enjoying the success. I wouldn't even encourage everyone to retire at this moment. Southgate can go on to earn about £50 million every year, working just 6 months a year.
For me,
I wouldn't resign for anything.
I think him winning the Euros would be a big motivation.
Let me tell you something.
Like going on to win the World Cup.
Exactly.
I feel like whatever you are saying is a fact. But sometimes, for per the disrespect he has gained from the English side. Sometimes you have to be proud of yourself in
we are
disrespect.
Listen,
the media will always criticize you regardless.
They will criticize
and in some way the criticism to us also help.
Would you go for the money?
Everything
because sometimes
would you go for the money?
Are you working for the nation or you are working for the people?
The nation aside, you need to be financially
aside
stable.
you working for the nation, your dignity too is at stake.
You are talking about dignity.
You see,
that's something. Feed your family.
That's something really.
So are you trying to tell me you guys feed his family?
He's working for the nation. He's getting paid.
Time ain't on our side. You feel me? So let's talk about the big game, the big night, the England meeting England with all the big names, with all the top players, meeting the young players of the young Spanish side, who's been 6 out of 6, I think 6 out of 6. What's your take on that? With the Spanish side coming on to this game, they've won this competition for 3 times, I think. 2008 and 2012. I think England hasn't won any Euros before. Since 19 they won the World Cup, they haven't even won any trophy. But back-to-back final, England losing the last final, the previous final to Italy. Do you think they can make it up to what they lost the other time? It's like
they might, just bundle up their stakes for the loss they made the last time coming on to the Euros, because it's not easy for a team to go to final and miss a final to an opposing team and come back again to the final and lose again. It doesn't happen quite often in football. So England just going on. They might pull a surprise, but from the starting of this tournament, anytime I speak about the Spanish team, they always put me in shame. So I'm just hoping I could get the same shame at the last of the tournament. Maybe they could put me in shame at last. So I will say, hey, listen, these people are the best on the field to play, so that they play.
And it will be a record.
Yeah, it will be a record because the Spaniard team are very good.
Spanish team,
Yeah.
what record?
Winning all their matches to the final.
I think they won the
English
trophy before coming.
the English side too.
Yeah.
The English side too, they have not they've never lost a game.
They've not lost the game by a couple of
They've not lost a
They have
game.
drawn.
Yeah.
couple of draws. And
So that's
The
making the
Spanish
Spanish
the
team
Spanish team
ahead of
is
them.
has
They have
been-
a 100% winner.
Yeah.
the Spanish team has been
The Spanish
the
team.
most clinical team,
Yeah.
having 13 goals in the tournament. So.
Yeah.
Listen. We are in Ghana, right? Listen, the Spanish
But
team,
yet they don't have
they are
that.
carrying on.
See, they don't have that clinical striker like Harry Kane being the top scorer in Europe. They don't have the best Premier League player. Foden gave me, I think, 17 or
17 goals.
So all the attackers are scoring.
Kyle Saka gave me, I think, 16 or 15 goals. Harry Kane gave me 44 goals. Comparing this attack to the Spaniard attack, and yet the Spaniard attack being the top scorer in the competition, you think there might be a big influence on the match on Sunday?
Top scorer of the competition has only
It's
3
not
goals.
top. It's not,
Four. Who's that?
like being the top scoring side, like being the top scoring, the Spanish being the top scoring side on in the competition right now.
Like the attack.
They attack, but they don't have those players having those most goals.
Listen.
But with the English side, you have Bellingham giving you, I think, 25 or something goals. Cole Palmer give you 25 or something goals. What do you call him? Harry Kane, 44 goals. Foden, 17 goals. Bukayo Saka, 15, 16, I think.
Listen.
And yet they are not scoring that much like we want them. Don't you think it will have a big influence on Sunday's match?
Listen, let me tell you something. Let me give you a clear scenario of what the Spanish team are doing. You see, when you walk into a clothing shop, a clothing or an easy wear shop, sandals or a slipper or anything shop, you see, we have the clothes, right? But we have that dam. That dam, you will put one special cloth on so that he will just come and beautify the game. That's how the Spanish team are just working. The Morata is just a dummy standard. Let's forget Morata being part of the team.
He's the most experienced.
We are having Nico Williams who
striker
can score. We are having Fabian Ruiz who is a good goal scorer.
Rodri
We are
sharp.
even Rodri in time of
Dani
trouble.
Olmo.
He can come in for you. So when you look at the fact, you say, "I'm a clothing shop. I'm having a dummy, but there's still clothes in the shop." That's how you classify the Spanish team. That's what I would say about the Spanish team. So the dummy here is being represented by Morata. He's just a dummy.
He's the captain.
Let's just put him there. Let's focus on our flanks and our midfield to bang in the goals for us. Let's have the success and just as if the tournament being crowned the victories.
So then he's being used as the target man.
Yes.
So far, it's very
Good.
Yeah, it's working.
That's what I feel. In my opinion, though, I don't know what my co-parents might say.
the individual brilliance of the England national team. In the beginning of the tournament, they used to play individualistic football. But when they started playing as a team, I mean, they started improving and they had more goals banging in the nets and stuff. So, regardless of their individual brilliance, in the final, I mean, they're going to meet a side who plays as a team already and they have more young champs and stuff.
More goals, scoring
Exactly.
more goals.
So at the final, I feel, I mean, Southgate always surprises us with one or two tactics that at the end of the day we'll be like, hey, it's always working.
Like Southgate's subs is always working for him.
Exactly. So I feel like in the final, it's really going to be a tough match and an interesting game to watch. But for me, I wish for the English national team to win the Euros and have that pride chicken. But let's go.
There have been certain speculations about King never wins a trophy. King never wins a trophy.
I think it's high time they break the spell. Chicken, yeah. So
I think
I would wish and I would like for England to win the Euros, but let's see how it goes.
I think my brother Papi will chime in on this one. I think he has so much opinion on this.
I don't know. It's like we are all
Hurricanes issue.
on
You know,
English-
in our
on
African
English side.
settings, we used to say something that's, you know, in Africa we used to believe in witchcraft and voodoo, shamans and all that thing.
It's something
It was-
that
it was
over
one
and
time-
over again with-
It was
we
one
believe there's
time
some-
I was watching a Hurricane game and a spectator of mine, we being spectators watching on the field of play but watching behind the screen. I think he just said Hurricane is the only player that's being followed by his family members. You know, we as Africans, what we believe in about
witchcraft.
witchcraft and voodoo, shamans and all that thing. I think this time, as my colleague said, that spell of that hurricane needs to be broken once and for all, so that it might open the way for him to win trophies. Because he just comes close to it and he was like, hey, I can't touch this thing. I just need this ritual to be like, I need to touch this thing. I need a special cleansing from this thing or something.
Because
So I
Bayern were
think
winning when
it's
they went
time for
to-
Hurricane to touch the golden opportunity being presented. I think it's time.
I feel like the Spanish young side has played very well, and they deserve to win. But with sentiments, and I don't know. It's only about sentiments. I feel like I'm going for the side. Back to our final. Hopefully, we are all optimistic. We are optimistic about Sunday.
All being optimistic, I'm not optimistic. I've said the Spanish team will shame me this last time. They've shamed me from the start of their
They are going to
games.
play well. Let's get
Just
it.
like
They will win the tournament. England will give us a beautiful game. The Spanish
I wouldn't be
side will
surprised.
carry the
You know,
Spanish
like,
win.
let me tell
Nigeria.
you, the fact that is coming home hasn't been trumpeted that
Bro,
much.
it's coming home, bro.
They are still trumpet.
Oh
They are
nah,
very
it's not been
confident
like
of
the
their
previous.
team.
It's not been like the previous hype. You have. I see like I feel like
They are
Yeah,
talking
like the
about
previous-
it. They are just criticizing the coach. That's why we don't hear them talking about the triumph
Let me
of
tell you
them
something.
winning the trophy.
One thing that has helped the English team has been their coach taking the backlash from the fans. Because right now, if the players are playing, there is no pressure on them. You have because all the backlashes have been at the coach. You have so, but for the game, I feel like the game changer will be Kobe.
Bro, you always
The guy.
So he's coming from a Manchester United.
Nah, this is not a Manchester.
From a Manchester United.
I would agree to him on a Manchester United
Oh,
perspective.
let me give you the facts on the ground.
For yesterday,
Let me give
as
you
a
the
Chelsea
facts
fan,
on the
I would
ground.
have said like Cole Palmer changed the game. He assisted.
That's why everybody talks
Let me give you the facts on the ground.
club team.
So you feel me?
Nah, so you won't allow me to talk.
Now we don't talk.
Let me give you the facts on the ground. Because Rodri, in the Spanish team, he has played like more than 50 matches unbeaten. You have where even in the Premier League, they were going unbeaten until they met us.
They
You
met
back.
Manchester United.
Until they met Manchester United. When Menu to outplayed their midfield. You back.
Kobe Menu,
That's what-
are you saying Kobe Menu single-handedly outplayed all the?
Why didn't you watch the finals?
I watched, but I
that's
wouldn't
what I'm
agree
talking
to
you.
on
Like
that
I'm telling
Kobe
you.
Menu single-handedly outplayed all
It's not the
the.
FA Cup final.
Okay,
FA Cup final,
I just hope Odumelu becomes the kind of player
He was going on to
the
the
kind of
Metas.
top player he's seen.
You back.
I just hope.
And right now too, he's going the unbeaten streak. He's going to play again. So I'm telling you for the fact that Omen will be the game changer in that final.
Okay.
England is winning.
Okay.
You see, my brother is talking here. He's talking like someone who is holding a sweet fruit. I hope at the end of the game, his fruit wouldn't turn into a sweet pepper. That would.
The more the guy is playing, you know the series.
And the fruit need to materialize.
The more
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Your predictions on the game. Okay. Who are you going for between the young Spaniard team versus a back-to-back finalist English national team?
I would wish to say a 2-1 lead. Let me talk. But per their gameplay and that of the Spanish and that of the English, I think eventually will go to the extra time. If not any, I mean, individual brilliance and any miracle going for the English side and that of the Spanish side, they will eventually enter into penalties and the English will.
Right now, I get two predictions in my head. Either 2-0 or 3-1 in favor of the English team.
In favor. So it means.
I always like
it
to
means
go out
obviously
box, so.
going for the English side.
Yeah.
Bro, your take on that?
The Spaniard team has been excellent, and the excellence will just crown them the victory at once for all, so that everyone will know, hey, when you see excellence, it's just excellence. You don't need to be recommended that, hey, this excellence coming on to you.
Okay.
We have
Excellence will prevail.
But I feel like
Spanish
the
will
Kavaja
Someone
factor
will
will
be
be
excellent. And
Spanish
luck
will
be-
win the game. You feel me? On my side, the Spanish has played very, very well.
Yeah, it's a fact.
They deserve to win the English. But me being an English
But
fan,
finals,
me
it's
being
not
a
about your
Chelsea-
beautiful
Me being a
football.
Chelsea fan, me being an English fan,
Talk about facts.
I'm going.
Yeah, talk about facts.
I'm talking about facts. I'm talking about facts and I'm talking about
Finals,
sentiment. I'm
it's
talking
not
about
about
facts and I'm talking
beautiful
about sentiment here.
Talk about your sentiments separate and talk about facts.
Go and watch the
Back-to-back final.
2022 Champions League final. Go and watch
Final,
that.
You barely lose two finals.
I mean,
back-to-back
the final.
that's
the
the
final.
fact.
I'm
Listen,
going for the
listen.
English side.
The last year was the final against Italy. The English played all the beautiful game, but eventually the Italians were just.
So it boils down to the fact that it's not the beautiful football
game
that wins the.
trophy.
Exactly. That is what I'm saying. I'm talking about your point that you made. That the Spanish has played a beautiful
But
game and
comparing-
eventually win the final.
Comparing
They
them.
are writing
And
off.
even-
They are writing off that debate of beautiful football don't win. This time, beautiful football is winning,
He has
and we will be here to debate about
I
that.
mean, beautiful football has won so far.
Yeah, that
won against the Croatian national team,
Beautiful football has
Won
always
against-
prevailed.
won against the German, the host
You can't.
nation.
You can't.
you-
Won
you
against-
can't
it
talk
hasn't
that
been
for the-
always.
They won.
for
They won against the French
for
national
the team
team.
Mourinho was
Talking about the first team so far, no two
With
weeks
the-
about that.
Even not about the 2010, the time he was at FC Porto.
Yeah, he wasn't playing
Bro.
beautiful football, but he was winning trophies.
It wasn't like he wasn't playing
Listen,
beautiful
listen,
football.
let
It's
me
about how you see it.
Let me give you a clear example of
we are-
Do you know what we've considered as beautiful football?
The total
in our generation?
possession power.
Exactly, the
Possession
tiki-taka.
Ah.
But this time around, we wouldn't see that in the Spanish national team, neither in the English national team. Though the Spanish national team has, young champs that provide individual qualities and stuff, you will know that the English team to Charlie, then they carry.
you talking
You
about
get me?
Mourinho. Let me chime in and school you about one thing that Mourinho failed playing that not so good beautiful football. Listen, I think last year or so, during the quarterfinal, it was one of these knockout stage in the UEFA Europa League. Leverkusen was playing very beautifully, right? Mourinho excelled. But let me
he knocked them out.
So
let me show you something, right? Tottenham, the previous season, what was their
They played the
position?
Champions
What was their position?
Were you talking of the
Their
Champions
position.
League?
I'm talking about maybe
last
first to last or something.
Last season.
Last
They,
season.
last season they end up seat also.
They were-
Yeah, nah, they were seat. They were seat.
They were seat.
Seat.
Check the football. Ange Postecoglou was playing at the beginning of.
He was playing beautifully, but It didn't end them.
Listen, but this time I'm telling you, I hope your schedules don't get crashed. So our next meeting, you will be here. You will witness that this time beautiful football is winning. And once again, the Spaniard team will
That's
show
why
you.
I'm saying
Okay,
it depends on how you see it to be beautiful. You are.
We will all be here.
Yeah.
Okay. Sly said beautiful football is winning.
It's
And I'm
prevailing.
going, I'm taking
Because
the
that's
side.
playing ball with the
Ghost is taking the side of the English.
The bomb.
I feel like the three of us are on the same side, the English side. You feel me? We're using sentiment and we're using facts here. But Sly, I don't know.
I'm the only one.
He's the only one. He's the only odd person here. The
And the
only
odd
odd
one.
one here. And I feel like I agree with him a bit. And if Spain wins, they deserve it. Whoever wins deserves it. I just want to say a very big thank you to y'all for coming on the show once again. I just want to see you some other time. Okay, this is how and where we draw the curtains. I really want to say a very big thank you to y'all for watching and everybody being supportive of this
Charlie,
show.
like,
subscribe, share, comment, and everything. You feel me? We out.
Yeah,
I mean,
Charlie, I get my G's way for big up.
Okay.
I get my G's way for big up. That one is necessary. Munjiru.
Hey, big up Munjiru.
Ayuri.
Yeah,
Ayuri Morrison. Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty. We are saying another Bosco. There plenty, but we are saying my senior me we are for big them up. Senior Patrick, Prof, them all they support you.
Okay. Senior
Now,
Patrick,
listen.
Prof.
Listen, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a family
Subscribe,
member.
you know.
Just subscribe. This is the most entertaining, educating, and
For sure, bro.
sports show in
For
the
sure,
country
for
right
sure,
now.
for
So
sure, for
why are
sure.
you not telling your friend to subscribe? Charlie,
For sure.
keep on.
Don't be
The
stingy.
bangers,
Don't be stingy.
the bangers coming on to you will surprise
for
you.
sure,
So,
for
Charlie,
sure.
we are signing out.
For sure.
Peace.
And then 2-0 or 3-1. 2-0 or 3-1 in favor of
The OKD show. And we still
We are
here,
out.
bro. We out. See you some other time, nigga.